this segment of the wrap rejuvenation of this beautiful flat in Amsterdam, using cover style interior film and tips and tricks from the Wrap Institute, you're going to see how to transform a plain white refrigerator into one that has a stunning brushed gold metallic finish that is very stylish and easy to maintain. Let's wrap and roll. The first step is to clean the refrigerator using SOT Surface Cleaner 2. Spray evenly on the main surface area, then wipe it off with a blue paper towel. Open the door and be sure to get all the edges and the gaps, as well as at the top. A lot of grease can build up there. Take a squeegee and a paper towel and dig underneath the handles. Then apply masking tape to the outside area. This will help lower the surface energy and allow the interior wrapping film to tuck safely into these gaps. Next, apply cover style primer to all the edges. Be sure to do a 360 loop around each section to make sure it's 100% applied. It's critical to get all corners and edges. The primer needs 10 to 15 minutes to dry properly before install, so during this window it's a good time to prep the panels. Measure each section carefully and place the panels on a wide flat table so they don't get wrinkled or damaged. Use the grid on the liner as a guide for cutting. Once all the panels are cut, roll them up safely and set them aside for the install. And when a panel is ready, use this special cutter on the liner. This cuts only the backing paper and allows the back section to be pulled away just where you need it, and this will help anchoring the panel at the beginning. Use the straight edge on the door and a straight edge on the panel and line them up perfectly. This will save from cutting. Once it's uniform top to bottom, lock it in place with this Pro Wing squeegee. Then release the liner halfway so you can hold the film and the liner in one hand. Then squeegee evenly from side to side towards the top. Release the liner just when the squeegee is to the top edge. Then work towards the bottom. Release the liner, squeegee left to right in firm overlapping squeegee strokes. Once all the material is on, click the blade so it's extra sharp, then cut away the excess film. Here it's being cut away just at the bottom edge of the refrigerator. Then carefully pull the excess film away. Once all the excess film has been pulled, now we can work on the other edges. Here it's being pulled away from the front door, which is then open so the material can be fed inside the gap. Use the buffer side of the squeegee, make a relief cut on the top side so it can be relaxed even further, then cut away the excess film on the inside portion. Always come back and seal with the hard side of the squeegee. Once one section is done, apply masking tape to the completed panel. This will help lower the surface energy and keep the material from sticking. Make sure the brushed metallic pattern is nice and uniform on the edge. Lock it in place, then simply repeat the same steps. Pull the liner slowly away and squeegee in overlapping strokes. In this particular case, there's a handle at the bottom. So pick the material up, tuck it into the base, then cut the excess film away. Once the excess film has been cut away, pull it off and you can see the masking tape really helps lower the surface energy to allow it to work around that raised object. At the top here, make a relief cut, heat the film so it can relax around that corner for a nice tight seal, lock it into the outside edge, cut away the excess film. Once the excess film has been cut away here, now it's time to focus on the top section. Heat the film to relax it, and here overlap towards the top. Then take this special battery-powered sealing tool and place it right on the corner. This will help lay the material nice and flat for a perfect finish. Once this section is done, now we move to the side where the vent is. Cut the material to shape ahead of time to make the install process easier. Lock it in place with that permanent hinge, then squeegee towards the top. The key for working around this area is to make tiny little relief cuts so the film can relax around each section. Once the top side is done, release the liner, squeegee in firm overlapping squeegee strokes, and keep in mind if there are bubbles on the edge, simply just pick the material back up and squeegee them out. If they're on the surface, poke them away. On the side here, the material glides across the masking tape and deep into the corner, and here using the hard side of the squeegee the material is tucked into the gap, then cut away. Straightforward, easy process. Once all the excess film has been cut, remove the excess film carefully from the edge, as well as the masking tape. And a good tip is when removing the masking tape, always check the main surface area for bubbles and that all the edges are sealed. And if there's no bubbles and all the edges are sealed, that means that's a wrap. And for long-term maintenance, if you see any dirt or oil build up on the main surface, simply take a microfiber towel with soap and water and wipe it down. And if there's any stubborn specks behind, you can take Soft Surface Cleaner 2, spray it on the surface, let the Soft Surface Cleaner 2 slide behind the dirt for a few seconds, then simply wipe it away. So you can see not only do you get that beautiful design with the interior wrapping film, but you get that great durability. So you can see with these great tips and tricks from the Wrap Institute and interior wrapping film from Cover Styl, you can dramatically transform a standard boring refrigerator into one that is beautiful and stunning.